Good morning. How are you? Welcome to our tent. So what's your name and where are you from?
Hello, great to be here. I am also a volunteer from a refugee center 10 kilometers down the line. Originally, I'm from Estonia, and I am here because I speak some Russians. I was born in the Soviet Union still in 1980. So we managed to have a peaceful revolution in Estonia, and the Soviet Union broke down, and we call it the singing revolution because actually Estonia was one of the only places where there was no bloodshed at all. So we're really proud of that.
So you were born in the former Soviet Union. So you're formerly a Russian, right?
Actually, I'm Estonian still,
Yeah.
but according to Putin's new version, I could easily get a Russian passport, but I don't dare to check it out. You know, maybe they will enlist me and send me to fight. So, yeah, well, basically you're right, but not really.
And so same situation with the Chinese people. We're not represented by the Chinese government. We're not represented by the Chinese Communist Party, to be exactly, because they were never elected by the people. And so you mentioned that you understand a little bit about who we are, what we do. So what does that make you think? Like we're the new Chinese people taking down the evil Chinese Communist Party?
There is this idea that like 80% of Russians support the invasion, but that's clearly not true. It might be true if you can really manipulate the poll, but really not. We will really see that. How is it possible that Ukrainians are like standing so strong on their ground? I think that's like more realistic poll numbers. And the thing with those dictatorial regimes like Russian is that they can crumble down very suddenly.
Yeah.
So we cannot trust the numbers, but we must really facilitate any way we can this peaceful transformation, that there would be no I don't know, nuclear attacks or we must support brave people.
So absolutely, I think that you mentioned that there's a Russian propaganda, and they try to represent the Russian people. I know for sure that not many Russian people are supportive of this invasion. I heard from the news that there was a Russian state television producer. Her name is Maria. She actually showed up with a poster in her hand showing no war during the live broadcast. I know she might face some disciplinary action. And before I came to Poland, I was in the White House interviewing some Russian people living in America. They are definitely against this war. We know the communism collapsed in the former Soviet Union. And this is what's happening right now with the Chinese communism, the Chinese Communist Party.
Wow.
Yes, it's collapsing. And do you see any Chinese government people here? No, they're absent from the international community because they were considered the bad people. And it's the new federal state of China. We are here. We are providing the humanitarian support for the Ukrainian refugee. So we are the new Chinese people taking down the Chinese Communist Party. So you're witnessing a history that is very similar to what happened some decades ago when the communism collapsed in the former Soviet Union and Eastern Bloc.
I really want to say you give hope to me, and you give hope to other people who don't really speak Chinese, who don't understand Chinese characters, who just saw like Olympic Games. They were like still fairly well organized, perhaps not as well as the Beijing Summer Games, but still like we see the power of China. But it's really good. Like you give a glitter hope to people, and especially important that you're out here supporting the Ukrainians.
This is exactly what's happening in the communist China. not many people actually believe in communism, but because they want to get ahead, they want to get a good job, they want to get to a good school, they must show support for the Chinese Communist Party. And also the Chinese Communist Party's propaganda has been brainwashing people. A lot of people are truly have been misled. They really cannot tell what's right from wrong because they have been brainwashed. And this is exactly the same as the disinformation and propaganda in Russia. So we definitely share a lot of similarities. And so by saying that not all Russian people are supportive of Putin, I mean, I met some people from living outside of Russia. They are free thinkers. They're not influenced by the Russian propaganda. These people, just like the Chinese diaspora, we have the chance to learn the truth, to explore the truth on our own without having to be brainwashed by the Chinese Communist Party's propaganda.